Welcome to the Eczema Warrior podcast. I'm your host, Julia Chen. I'm here to help you heal your eczema naturally so you can finally live your best damn life. Many years ago in my own eczema healing journey, I was stuck and confused on how to heal my skin. Fast forward to today, after many lessons learned and lots of trial and error, I'm now living my best life and traveling the world with clearer skin. If you're an eczema or TSW warrior who desires a life of food freedom and is wanting to heal your skin without steroids while using mindset and manifestation as a tool, you're in the right place. Now let's get into it. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Eczema Warrior podcast. So I have a little bit of a cold and it's not going to sound very nice today's episode, but if you're wondering why I sound so raspy and very nasally, I did catch a cold in my last few days in Costa Rica, which I attribute to running the AC when I'm sleeping. It's so hot, but if I don't sleep with the AC on, I'm like sweating all night and it doesn't feel good and I can't sleep. But if I run the AC, I have this thing where I tend to get sick from running the AC. So this is actually the second time of me getting sick from running the AC. So this is my lesson learned to maybe just tone it down a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, I have cold and I'm a little bit sad because this weekend is actually the Eczema Expo and I'm actually recording this episode before I head over there. I'm currently in Orlando, Florida. I landed here last night and I'm going to head over to the Hyatt Cypress Resort, which is where the Eczema Expo is going to be. But I wanted to record a short little episode for you on how to stay consistent with your eczema healing journey. And then next week's episode, I'm going to do a big update with this whole convention, the Eczema Expo, what I'm going to learn there. And yeah, it's going to be great because last year I went to the expo and I learned so much and it's always such a good vibe. So I'm excited to share with you the life update with that. Okay, so I'm very excited for today's episode because one of the top questions that I get when it comes to eczema healing is how to actually stay consistent, which is actually really interesting because it sounds very basic, like, oh, staying consistent, like, what does that even mean? And how does that even apply to eczema healing? But what I've seen with a lot of my clients is it's not challenging to eat whole foods and to take care of your body and to meditate. What is actually challenging is to do it consistently, right? How many times have you started something, like started a new workout routine, or you started a new diet for your eczema, or you started a new supplement and you just like can't stay consistent. You just forget about it. You don't like the diet that you're on. You forget to take your supplement and it's just like very challenging to be able to implement something to help with your eczema healing. And the reason why people struggle with staying consistent is not exactly about those things. It's really about how you feel when you are implementing these things. For example, nobody would want to stay consistent if their diet is restrictive, if they're avoiding all these things, if they can't enjoy life, if they can't go out and have a nice dinner with their friends. Right? Of course, you're going to be inconsistent. You're going to want to give up. You're going to want to not be on this diet. And you're just going to have a really challenging time to heal your eczema because you just constantly struggle with the consistency of what you're doing. Versus if you were able to implement something that actually feels aligned to you and you feel good about the entire routine, the process, the diet, the protocol that you're on, then it's going to be very easy for you to stay consistent. And this is why with all my clients, I don't recommend any restrictive dieting. I tell them to come off of elimination diets. And we actually work together in my group coaching program called Clear Your Eczema. And I help them unrestrict their diet. And I basically help them with making sure that they feel good when it comes to what they're eating. They can implement a diet that's not restrictive and they just feel good the entire process, right? They can go out with their friends and have dinner. They can go travel and eat the foods that they want and not worry about avoiding things. They can basically fit eczema healing into their lifestyle. And that's the key to staying consistent. If your eczema healing doesn't fit into your current lifestyle, trust me, you are going to struggle. You're going to fall off your routine and you're going to give up and you're going to feel like it's not working. Versus if you had a protocol and had a routine that is easy to implement, it's flowy, it feels good in your body, then it's going to be so much easier to do it every single day. Same thing with taking supplements. Like if you are taking so many different kinds of supplements and you're just doing it because you feel that the more supplements you take, the more healing you're going to see, you're also going to have challenges in staying consistent because nobody wants to take 20 supplements. Nobody wants to take a bunch of supplements without knowing exactly what they do. Versus when I help my clients with their eczema healing, maximum 6 supplements, maybe 7, and that's already a lot. And so the whole idea when it comes to staying consistent, if you think about it, is really just simplifying things, right? The more complicated you make your diet, your supplements, your routine, the harder it is to stay consistent. So I want you to think about what you're doing right now to heal your eczema. And does it fit into your lifestyle? And I'm not saying, to like eat whatever you want and not in moderation and just like not take any supplements and not do anything. It's still about taking action. It's still about doing the things. It's whether or not the things that you're doing feels good to you. Because if it doesn't feel aligned, if you hate it, if you have any kind of negative emotions around what you're doing to heal your eczema, then that is an absolute sign that you need to make some changes. You need to make some changes. You need to make it feel good to your body. It has to fit into your schedule. It has to make sense, right? And don't make excuses at the same time. Like just because we're simplifying things when it comes to your healing doesn't mean you forget about meditation. You forget about eating well. You forget about taking care of yourself. Those things are 100% still really important, but you have to make sure that when you're looking at your entire healing protocol and what you're doing to heal, that you find time in fitting these things in, but it also doesn't overwhelm you. Here's an example. I'm traveling right now and it's hard to always eat well. Sometimes the food that's in the country that I'm in isn't exactly what I eat. I don't make a big deal out of it. I don't panic. I don't stress out about it. I do my best. I fit it into my diet. I try my best to balance my meals, but if it's not perfect, I'm not going to panic about it. Lately, I've been missing my meditations and it's hard for me to stay consistent at times because I've been traveling and it's been busy. Again, I'm not going to beat myself over it. I'm going to even just do 5-minute meditations, do quick deep breathing, like anything that will make myself feel better without overwhelming myself with my schedule. Sometimes we just have to make it work. We can't always be perfect and we can't always do everything under the sun when it comes to healing our skin. So this is a reminder that if you're struggling to stay consistent, reevaluate what you're doing and do things that feel aligned. Try to implement small things at a time. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And yeah, that's it. That's all you gotta do to stay consistent. It's not anything too crazy, right? Okay, I'm gonna conclude this episode because your girl is not sounding the prettiest. And I apologize in advance if my voice is raspy and might be challenging for you to hear this episode, but I really didn't want to miss one. I know you guys find my episodes helpful and it motivates you, inspires you. Yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope that next week's episode, I don't sound so sick. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Now, before I let you go, I want to let you know I have this amazing free eczema visualization meditation. This visualization has helped me so much in my healing. It has helped me manifest skin healing faster than I ever imagined. My clients and I use it. We use it all the time in our group coaching calls. And it's honestly the best tool to use when it comes to healing. Now, if you want this visualization, all you have to do is leave us a review and give us a rating. Take a screenshot of this podcast and your review. Send it to our email at hello@juliachen.com and you will receive this amazing free visualization. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss out on this one. This visualization has literally changed my life. My clients and I do this every night before bed or even first thing in the morning, and it helps them heal flares faster. Okay, look forward to hearing your review, and we will see you soon.